Hi, thank you for tuning into my channel, Love and Elevation. I'm gonna do a quick reading for the intention is to bring understanding of the energy towards healing the divine feminine. So again, thank you for joining my channel. I've already began to shuffle these cards, but I'm just gonna start shuffling again. If you happen to hear some noise in the background, it's my little nephew. Action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. So maybe need to begin taking action towards our purpose and our goals, and the things that we see for ourselves. I'm gonna cut one more time. Well, actually, no, because on the bottom of the deck we have friendliness. It says you are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. So in the position of what our thoughts are for the divine feminine, our thoughts are on self-love. It says you realize that love of self is necessary to love another. What our sights are on is cause and effect. You are aware that the love that you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Hold on a second. Okay. And then in the heart space is the past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Gratitude in the area of what we are receiving and what we're giving is detachment. The action part is acceptance, and then in the past you have freedom. Let me see. Okay, so like I said, self-love is what is in our thoughts right now. It says, like I said, that you realize that love of self is necessary in order to love another. So as long as our thoughts are set on that, loving ourselves, then that's the unity, or that's the foundation that we need in order to be able to love somebody else. So just remember, I feel like just remember to keep your crown on and to love yourself no matter what, and have loving thoughts, because that's what it takes in order to be able to give somebody else that same love. And then with our sights being on cause and effect, it's like we already know, knowing how to move effectively and efficiently in order to bring back the energy that we want. So keeping our thoughts on self-love, and then that's what we'll be able to attract. So keeping our sights set on that, on the big picture, and being able to attract the things that we want back into our life, and being able to manifest. You're okay. You're okay, people. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sorry about that. He would just sit right there and cry and say, okay, come here. Come here. All right. You okay? You sit with me? You gotta be quiet. You gonna sit with me? Okay. So then, like I said, in the past, or in the heart area, it says the past card. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. So that lets me know that, like it says, we're able to transform our heart space based on seeing the big picture. And the big picture is reflecting on self-love and giving ourselves that nurturance and that care that we need in order to transform any situation. Love and love and enlightenment and bliss and those higher energies is what is needed in order to transform any situation. And so I'm glad to see that this is in the heart space because it's very fitting. We want to be able to transform our heart and use the heart energy in order to manifest. We want to have an open heart and an open mind in order to manifest and to change the situation into the highest outcome. And so what we were receiving is gratitude. It says you fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. So we're being grateful. We're and others are probably showing. Do you want to see this? Here, this one. Okay. Uh-huh. So we're receiving gratitude and receiving we might be receiving things to be grateful for. So we might be manifesting things, manifesting understanding of the lessons that we have been through, understanding where we have come from and where we're going in life, and just learning to be grateful for those things that we are receiving and those things that we have in our lives. And then what we are giving out is detachment. It says you are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. And so that's good that's on the, like I said, that's what we're giving out. So that's what we're releasing is old patterns and ideas that no longer serve us. So we just have learned some of us, and some of us are learning to release things that no longer serve us in order to become more lighter and more loving. And so by loving ourselves and seeing the cause and effect and how things can and have played out in our lives, we're going through a transformation and learning to be more grateful for things, and are able to be more grateful for things because we have released the things that no longer serve us, and still releasing them with gratitude. And then acceptance here is an action card. It says you are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. And so by accepting the things that we have gone through and accepting ourselves and giving ourselves love, then it's like letting go, like let go, let flow. So we're able to release control of situations because we realize that things are not happening to us like on a personal level. Things are just we learning to be more observant, and freedom is here in the past. So it's just like you're releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. And so with that being in the past, it's like this all talks about letting go of things, learning to release any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations, releasing old patterns that no longer serve us. You're ready to release control of any situations. So we have really we're learning to release in a major way. Many of us may have gone through things or situations where we felt like we've released like everything, and when you release everything, that's when you'll be given everything, and that's when so many things are able to flow through you and flow to you because of gratitude. And you see the energy of that card, the blue energy, and it's like water. So let gratitude be the foundation, or let gratitude flow through you so that manifestations and can flow to you more easily, and you can bring to fruition your ideas and the things that you want in your life, that we want in our lives, more freely. And so I'm going to take or a few cards from the shamanic healing oracle cards. Where's your crystal? Where's your crystal? You want a different one? Let's see here. Okay, hold on to it. Hold on to it. I'm gonna put you back here. You guys sit down and play with your stuff. And then we have the Divine Feminine card and Ascension card. So I'm glad to see those two. Lets me know we're doing good work. And descending, raising up our vibration and our energy. And maybe that was an inner journey card. So even though I said that, it must have been meant for me to say that, but still, it starts from within. So again, that was an inner journey card, I believe. And then the sacred space came out. So continuing to go in. So it's important to continue to go in our sacred space, and the most sacred space that we can go in is an inner space, and knowing that everything starts from our inner journey and the inner work that we're doing. And so we can go into a sacred space, the space that we have our crystals, or our spa, the bathroom, wherever the sacred space is, in order to help us get in tune with our most sacred space, which is our inner space. And on the bottom of the deck, I have "It's all good." Because it's always all good. No matter what's going on, it's always all good. The first card is growth. So that's like in the past energy. So I'm glad to see that, it's showing up in the reading that we are going through, or that we're growing. Because you constantly want to be growing. You never want to be in a state of stagnation. And if there ever is a feeling of stagnation, then we can use what we know and use our tools and different things that we may need, and asking what lessons that we need to learn, what we need to release, and use that stagnation or the feeling of that stagnation, and ask what it is that we need to learn and what we need to see in order to grow. So we're doing that, and because we're continuously growing. So I'm glad to see that it's showing up, because it shows that we have grown, and we have been growing and going through the process that we need in order to ascend lower energies, and to continue to grow in our spiritual mission and journey. And then the second card is discernment. So we've been using our discernment to see things how as they are, and as we need to see them, see the lessons that we need to learn to grow in our spiritual wisdom, to grow in our journey, and seeing things around us that no longer serve us. So our discernment is growing, and that's definitely a good thing, because you need strong discernment in order to just maneuver in day-to-day life. Strong discernment to know what moves to make, and to know ourselves. To truly know ourselves, we need strong discernment. I'm just trying to give him things to keep him occupied, because he's trying to grab my cards and everything else, instead of, he has a book right here, some crystals. The toys are on the floor, but of course he don't want the toys. And so in the present position is divine timing. So it's a nice reminder that divine timing is always at play. So no matter what we may want or may think that we need, we always need to remember that divine timing is always at hand. So that's the most important thing, is to just let go and let flow and let divine timing um, play out and run its course. Let things, let the chips fall where they may. Once we do our part by exercising self-love and gratitude and releasing things that no longer serve us, it's time to let God do his or her job, and let divine timing play out. And then the next card is integration. So allowing that integration. Hold on, baby. Hold on. There you go. There you go. So integrating the things that we've learned, integrating our new growth and our new discernment, integrating our new energy and our new emotions into the present moment. So as we, as we love ourselves and as we accept the things that are of our world, or that are in our environment, integrating the newfound wisdom that we came upon, the newfound downloads, or the newfound insight that we have, the newfound love that we have for ourselves, integrating that in our lives, and learning how to turn a new leaf and express that newfound energy. And the last card is stripping illusions. And so that's what'll happen once it's like an onion, peeling back the layers of an onion. And this is the lotus card. It says stripping illusions. So once we begin integrating that new wisdom and that new discernment and allowing divine timing to happen, we begin stripping illusions, and things that were once unseen may become seen, and things that once we didn't know, or maybe may have forgotten or whatever, we begin to see the things that we need to see, and calling things forth so that they may be, and calling things, calling people out, calling things out, whatever the case may be, the illusions will be stripped. And just remembering also that it's all good, even though things may, sometimes it may feel like a band-aid has been ripped off, stripping away a scab, whatever. Some things may be painful to go through and to experience, but it's a growing process. Growth is always different. Sometimes it may feel good, sometimes it may not feel good, but it's always for our best good. It's always for our growth. Growth growth is always for our growth. Growth is always for our benefit. We always want to grow. We always want to ask ourselves, is this healthy? Is what I'm going through healthy? Is where I'm at right now healthy? And if it's not, then ask for the understanding that we need, as to what we need to detach and what we need to accept. Just trying to see if there's anything else that I kind of want to take one of these cards. This is the Mythical Goddess Tarot cards. Just wondering if there are any more messages that want to come out. Okay. And Yemiya Oracle came out, and that just talks about being still and being able to just look at the depths of our emotions and our feelings, and being honest about what we feel and what those feelings mean to us, and using our intuition in order to understand, to have a strong understanding of things. Yemiya's energy is like still waters run deep. She's very still in her emotions, and very intuitive. And so we may just need to remember to use our intuition, because it doesn't steer us wrong. when we are resonating at a high frequency of self-love and friendliness and gratitude and acceptance, we are able to have strong discernment and strong intuition. And we just need to remember to integrate that in all situations, because that's what helps to strip the illusions. And then I have a water card, Crone, Resurrection. And so that just reminds me of resurrecting that ancient wisdom. So that's another water card. So it's to me that's like, emotions and intuition. So resurrect that. We have strong wisdom within our genes and within our bones and within us as women. So we just need to remember to resurrect that. If we're ever feeling, I mean, it's like there's like they say there's nothing new under the sun. So resurrect the things that we know that's deep within us that that needs to come out, that we need to use, that we call upon those powers that we know that is our divine birthright. And then forgiveness came out, and this is a Sagittarius card, I believe, and it's 6 of fire, forgiveness. So remembering to forgive those lessons or forgive those people that may not have, that may no longer serve us or serve our highest good, our highest spiritual destiny. The people, situations, forgive ourselves from when we may have not made the best decision, so to speak, or when we're not in our highest energy. Being just forgiveness goes a long way, because it can help everybody out in the situation. Forgiving others and forgiving ourselves, and just forgiving ourselves for not being as aware or not using our discernment or our intuition when we feel like we should have, or we wish we could have, or whatever. Because there's always beauty in the lessons that we learn and the things that we go through. I just want to turn a couple cards around just to see what's in underneath that. And it's Lilith, and then 3 of Earth, works. So call upon Lilith, because she is the card number is it's number 4, and then it says power. So that's a strong foundation of power that we have as women. So call upon Lilith when we need to call our power back from all places and all times and all events. If we feel like different situations have made us feel powerless, or we've allowed ourselves to feel powerless, then call on her for and embody this same energy in order to call that power back that we feel like we've given away, and put it into our works, align our works in the world, and then we'll begin to feel more powerful. I know myself, I like to, basically the work that I put forth, I feel a strong connection to the work that I put forth and how I express myself. And I sometimes get down if I don't get the recognition that I feel as if I deserve, or whatever the case may be. So so I connect my power, I guess I'm saying, I'm like, I connect my power, or I connect to my work very strongly. And sometimes that can be a bad thing, because everybody's not going to recognize you for the work that you do. But knowing that your power goes beyond the recognition that you may give from other people. It comes from inside. So it has to be an intrinsic thing. And so she has her eyes closed in this card, and she's aligning her it's like her mind, body, and soul she puts in her work. And when you do it, come here, baby, when you do it from a good place, it doesn't matter who recognizes it, because the right person or the right people will. Hold on, baby. Where's your pasty? Where's your pasty? Oh, you dropped it. Hold on a second. Oh. And then the sun card is right up underneath there. So, and then isolation was up underneath there. So knowing when to come out of isolation and knowing when to go in isolation. So aligning I believe that it's important to align or to do good work in the world and to know that our power comes from, personally myself, I feel as if my power comes from the good work that I put forward. So sometimes I may even hesitate on the message that I give because I want it to be a good quality or whatever. And I have to just sometimes remind myself to get out of the way. It's not about me. It's about the message that I feel is coming through me. So it's all about growing and about making, seeing the mistakes or seeing the lessons that we need to learn. So I may make mistakes, I may say the wrong thing or whatever, but it's just about learning and growing. And as you can see, we're all growing together. This is exactly why I wanted to start making these videos, because it's helping me to get out of my own way and to see the power that I actually have. And I have a power, or one of my superpowers or whatever is intuitively being able to read cards and read the energy and being able to speak that to others. So whether it may come out clear to someone or decrypted, or it doesn't make sense to someone else, whatever, it's something that I'm connected to and I enjoy doing. So I forgive myself for not being perfect. It is what it is. And so I'm gonna pull a divine feminine. Okay, you okay, Papa? Here you go. A divine feminine oracle card, just to see if there's any divine feminine that wants to step forth, or any energy, so that we may see that we could, embody the same energy for today. I'm definitely gonna try to continue to upload more. So Rita of Cassia, the patroness of impossible clauses, says, I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. So this just reminds me of, like, basically what I was talking about. It's just like knowing our power. It says, I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. So these are like petitions. I'm asking for us to be able to be, as a divine feminines, to be able to be healed. And we are healed through our petitions that we put out. So our prayers that we're putting out, the words that we're speaking, those create powerful channels of possibilities. And here goes the card. So embodying that energy of being miraculous. It says, I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibilities. So knowing that we embody this energy, and we can call upon different divine feminine energies, and if we ever like forget the power that we hold, but knowing that we hold all the powers of every divine feminine who's existed, and we can just call upon different energies in order to embody the power that we need in any given situation. And so I'm going to pull one card from Kuan Yin's deck, because Kuan Yin, her energy is of compassion. And so I think I just love Kuan Yin, and I love the energy that she represents. Hold on, baby. I'm almost done. And this card that came out says, Your enlightened heart. The wish of the Divine Mother is that you become free. Enlightenment is a culmination of many small steps, each one as a drop of water, forming a divine ocean of peace, realization, love, and unity within. An ocean that washes away fear, separation, and scarcity, and bathes us in the abundance and bliss. You carry the torch of enlightenment within your heart. Let it shine. Oops. That's such a beautiful message, because the goal is definitely to become enlightened. I know for myself, that's what I asked for, is enlightenment. and to help to continue to, strip away illusions. And that's the ultimate goal, is enlightenment. And so it's a good reminder to know that we carry the torch of enlightenment within us, and all we have to do is ask. Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. So divine feminine, my wish for us is that we become healed, and we raise the energy of the divine feminine, and we also raise the divine masculine energy by raising the divine feminine within us. Hold on, Papa. And I do want to pull one card from the Romance Angels deck, just to see how these energies are affecting our romantic energy. And it says true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So by us doing this work, it will bring in true love. And I definitely want to bring in the romance of a lifetime. That's a good it's a good card to have. And then reconciliation on the bottom of the deck. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So it could be a past relationship or a past life relationship, but it's our true love. And so we want to continue to just do this work and completely focus on enlightenment, a light heart, establishing our will, self-love, gratitude, acceptance, forgiveness. I know. Okay. Focus on the babies too. Focus on growth, friendliness, and aligning our works in this world, and using our intuition. And we're always remembering that it's all good. No matter what is happening in our lives, it's all good. So namaste to you, love and elevation to you. Enjoy your day today and every day. And I love you. Thanks for joining me.